Hey guys, welcome to the CMB Creative Movement Blog. This is our first tutorial episode. My name is Brian Taylor. I'm going to be your instructor on this episode. Today we're going to work on a move called the coffee grinder. The coffee grinder is a great beginner level move. It has very few steps in order to learn it, and it's a great transitional move when you're going from one move to another. This is a great move to stick right in the middle of it. It's definitely one that you're going to want to have in your grab bag. Now, the coffee grinder originally comes from dancing. I've seen it in break dancing, I've seen it in house dancing, and it's a floor work move, but we have managed to transition it to an obstacle. Now, with the original coffee grinders, you generally get 2 or 3 rotations with the leg. You'll see in a minute. But with this one, you're only going to get one. You're going to go on, the leg is going to do a complete 2-7, that's 270, and then you're going to come off of the obstacle. Now, this is just one way to do it. You may find multiple ways to pervert it. As we go along, we'll probably use this move to get into other tricks. So pay attention, watch closely. Here we go. Coffee grinder. It's all about changing weight from the left to the right. The first thing you got to do, get a leg up on there. Plant with the same hand. So for example, right foot on, right hand on. The left leg swings around, change the weight. Let's break it down. Step 1 is to get a foot up on. Doesn't matter, right or left. If it's your right foot, like I use, you're going to want to bend deep. I'm only on the front part of my foot. The back heel is hanging off or raised up according to where it is on the obstacle. I plant my right hand. I have spread fingers for better grip, better traction, better balance. I position my weight on top of this leg and this hand. The weight is distributed evenly. Back here, my leg is raised. My heel is off the ground. I may have even jumped according to how high the obstacle is. The next step is to bring the leg up and around. Once the leg gets to this forward position, it's about 11 o'clock. I will transition my weight to the other side. Here. I do this by dipping my shoulder and by pushing off of this side. Boom. Once the weight has been positioned, the leg will continue to journey around. It will go to 12, 1, 2, and by the time it hits 3, it's already starting to collide with this back leg. Once it starts that collision process, I use the momentum from this leg swinging forward to push me off. I also use this back leg to push me off, and then finally, I will use my arm to push me off. Boom. Let's break that down into steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from a side view, we're gonna break this move down again. Step 1, put the foot up. Remember, the heel is up, the front of the toe is down. The right hand is gonna go down because we put the right foot on first. I'm up on my toe on the back, my heel is in the air. If I'm jumping, this is gonna be the same thing, but you only jump according to how high the obstacle is. The next step is to bring the left leg, or your right leg according to which side you want, up and onto the obstacle, and at about 11 o'clock, you'll make the transition. Notice I'm keeping this leg straight. Once this leg hits 11 o'clock, I make the transition over to this hand. So same hand, same foot. Once the transition has been made, this leg will continue to rotate around to 12, 1, 2, and then by the time it gets to 3, it will begin to collide with the leg that I'm braced on. I let the collision happen, and I use the momentum from this leg to pull me off of the obstacle. While that's going on, I also push with the right leg and the left hand to get me off, to clear me away from the obstacle. So let's break that down into steps again. 1, foot goes on. 2, hand goes to obstacle. 3, leg swings up to 11 o'clock. 4, transition is made. This hand generally tends to go out or up in the air for balance. And then 5 is the swing and push. Swing and push. You want to be able to get away from the obstacle, but not too far. The idea is to be able to hit and stay here, but be able to transition in a spin or to transition back up to the obstacle. So the beautiful thing about this move is once you get comfortable with it, you can start omitting certain parts. For example, step 2, which is where I put my right hand down. You can take that out, but you're gonna need to be comfortable and strong with the move. So before you start, I recommend you get really comfortable with throwing a coffee grinder and then slowly start taking the hand out of it. But let me show you what it looks like without the hand involved. I am throwing my right leg up as normal, but then I'm bypassing putting that hand down. It looks like this. The hand basically hangs out over here on my side as a counterbalance. Much like if you were walking a tightrope and you've got the big long stick to keep you balanced, that's what this hand is out there doing. Or when you see these crazy, weird Americans riding bulls and cowboy and they got the arm out, that's what you're doing. The leg goes up as normal. You have to be able to balance on this leg, and you have to be flexible and strong enough to hook this leg up and around. If you don't have that ability, you're gonna still need to put the hand down. We teach putting the hand down so that you can slant the body and then be able to bring the leg up. But when you start bypassing this hand, you don't get to slant the body. You have to stay straight up. And it happens rapidly. Boom! Yeah, just get crazy with it. Just try to figure out new ways to do it, you know. You may just be starting, but tomorrow you may be an innovator. So you never know. This is a brand new art. Try your best to push it forward.